Good morning, students. Today, after a week, again I am with you with your physics class 9. Surely, within last 1 week, I can't able to provide you a video because for some urgency. Today, again I am with you to provide the video. Today, we will do in class 9 graph. In class 9, today we have to learn about graph. What do you mean by graph? In physics, graph used to represent the motion, velocity, displacement, different quantity that we are learning is represented in the form of graph. How many types of graph is there? In physics, there are two types of graph. First type of graph, that is distance time graph, and second category of graph, that is velocity time graph. One is distance time graph and second is velocity time graph. Now, let's see what is distance time graph and what is velocity time graph. In distance time graph, in x-axis, we used to provide time in second, and in y-axis we used to provide the distance, that can be in kilometer or meter. In velocity time graph, we are same time will be in x-axis and velocity will be in y-axis. It is distance time graph, it is velocity time graph. Now, suppose that we will take a straight line in distance time graph and same straight line in velocity time graph. So what is the difference between the straight line is same, time is same, but what is the difference? The difference is about the distance and the velocity. Now the question arises, what does these two figure that looks like same, but here it is distance, here it is velocity. So what is the difference? When in this case you can say distance by time, suppose that we are taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, what you can see here, same distance in same interval of time, same distance in same interval of time. Like that, we are getting a straight line. This is a uniform motion. It is a uniform motion, but here it is a uniform velocity. But it is uniform motion, it is uniform velocity. Because in this case, we are changing the time and distance will be also changed. Here we are changing the time, velocity changing. That means it is a uniform velocity. Now, one thing you have to be careful about that. Suppose that second it is uniform velocity. Now we will talk about only we have to talk about the distance time graph. Suppose that in distance time graph, if we are getting a figure like this, in distance time graph, if we are getting a figure like this, what do this figure mean? See, in distance time graph, this figure, we are checking that it is, suppose that it is a, if we are drawing a tangent, if you are drawing a tangent from this part, we are drawing a tangent from this part, and after that from second part we are drawing a tangent, from third part we are drawing a tangent, then we are saying that as soon as we are going from this point to this point, angle is increasing. Angle is increasing. If angle is increasing, that means it is non-uniform motion. Non-uniform motion. What do you mean by non-uniform motion? If distance is different, time is different. Time is same. See, uniform motion. What is uniform motion? Uniform motion is distance is same distance traveled in same interval of time. Non-uniform motion is distance is same, time is different. Time is same, distance is different. If both the distance and time is uniform same, then it is said to be uniform motion. If distance and time out of that two, any one will be different, then it is said to be non-uniform motion. Now, after that we have to learn about, suppose that it is a second part of the graph we have done. Now, after that, take this case, if we will draw a parallel line from x-axis. If we are drawing a parallel line from x-axis, what does this parallel line in the case of distance time graph and in the case of velocity time graph, what is the difference? If you will see the figure of both distance time graph and velocity time graph is same, but what is the difference? See, in this graph, time is passing. 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds. Time is passing, but distance is same. Every time, at every point, our distance is 3 meters. So, what is the case? Suppose that I am standing here, time is passing, but still my distance is same. Again, I am standing here, time is passing, still my distance is same. That means I can say that I am in rest. Just like this body, time is passing, but distance remains same. So we can say that it is the case when body is at rest. But in second figure, you can say that time is passing, but velocity remains same. Time is passing, but velocity remains same. This is a case of uniform velocity. This is a case of uniform velocity. So this is all about distance time graph. Now, after distance time graph, we have to learn about the velocity time graph. In both we will get velocity time graph. Now in velocity time graph, you must be careful. Suppose that I am drawing this slope like this. First slope, it is uniform velocity, already you know. Second slope I am drawing like this, and third slope I am drawing like this. Now what does these two slopes used to represent? See, be careful. If when we are taking the angle, draw tangent, you have to draw tangent from your path. You have to draw tangent from your path, and here we are getting angle. Now one trick I am telling you. By that trick, you can know that whether it is a acceleration or it is a negative acceleration, or you can say retardation. If this angle drawn from any part is less than 90, if this angle is less than 90, then you can say that u is positive. If angle is less than 90, then u is initial velocity is always positive. If initial velocity is positive, then we can say acceleration is also positive. So in this case, we can say it is known as accelerated motion. Accelerated motion. Okay. But what about the second figure? Again we have to draw. Again from the second figure, try to draw tangent. And tangent, you know, when we are drawing a tangent and see this tangent making an angle, suppose that it is theta 2. Suppose that it is theta 2. And surely this theta 2 is more than 90 degree. This theta 2 is more than 90 degree. So in earlier what I have told, if theta is less than 90, then initial velocity will be positive, a will be positive, acceleratory motion will be there. But in second case, if theta is more than 90, in this case you can see that it is more than 90, then if it is more than 90, then u will be negative, a will be negative, and we can say it is a case of negative acceleration, or you can say negative retardation. It is a case of retardation. Now, copy this figure. Now, after that, let's see here. In next figure, what we are, okay, again, let me draw. Now in next figure, you can check that. In next figure, suppose that we are drawing a straight line. What this slope gives? This slope, already I have told you that slope used to give the acceleration. Just now I have told, in this case, the slope, the tangent we are drawing, that means we are drawing a slope. This slope used to gives us the acceleration. Slope that we used to take tan theta, that used to give the acceleration. But what does this area? What does this area under the velocity time graph gives us? The area in this velocity time graph, if we are taking the area, then this area used to gives us distance. Or in a straight line, you can say it is displacement. So the area under the velocity time curve used to gives us the displacement. So a simple question I am explaining you. With that question, you can able to understand all that concept I have given to you today. Now, questions used to come in the form of different figure. I am drawing a simple figure for you. See here. A body is moving from O to A, then A to B, then B to C. While going from O to A, it took time, suppose that 5 seconds. It covered a distance of 10 meter. It is 5 seconds. While going from A to B, it took the time 10 seconds. Distance is again 10 meter. While going A to C, it took time 15 seconds. Now, what question is asking? Question is asking that you have to calculate the V in O to A to B, and B to C. In all the three cases, you have to calculate the V. How to calculate the V? Already I have told you that in order to calculate the V, what you have to take? y2 minus y1 divided by t2 minus t1. This is a formula to calculate the velocity. Now, for OA we are. OA OA, if you have to calculate the V, then Y2 minus Y1 by T2 minus T1. What is Y2 here? 10. 10. What is Y1? 0. What is T2? 5 seconds. What is T1? 0 seconds. So 10 by 5, that will be equal to 2 meter per square second. And already I have told you that the slope used to give the acceleration. So this is 2 meter per second. The slope used to give the acceleration. So we have got the velocity for OA. Now take the OB. But in OB you have to be careful. In case of AB you have to be careful. Again we have to take V, that is Y2 minus Y1 upon T2 minus T1. What is Y2? What is Y2 here? 10. What is Y1? 10. See, Y2 is also 10. Y1 is also 10. Time. It is total 10. 10 minus 5. So 10 minus 10. 0 upon 5. Oh, we have got the answer. 0. That means in this part there is no velocity. And remember in last figure, already I have told you about that when we are getting a parallel line to the x-axis, that means body is not in any velocity. It is uniform velocity case. It is not increasing the velocity, neither it is decreasing the velocity. Now take the third case, case third, BC. We have to calculate the velocity, then we will get y2 minus y1, t2 minus t1. What is y2? What is y2? Suppose that here y2 is 15. Y2 is 15, y1 10. This y1 you have to take. Maximum student, what they used to do? They used to take the 15 and in the bottom they used to take the 0. No, for this slope only we have to take from C, and suppose that it is x. This part you have to take. So for upper part, for C it is 15, for x it is 10, and time 15 minus what you will take. Don't take 0. If you are taking C and x, then here you have to take x and b. For this part, what is the time? 10 seconds. 15 minus 10, 5. 15 minus 10, 5. 1 meter per second. So this figure, here we have got velocity 1 meter per second. Here you have got velocity 0. Why velocity 0? It does not mean that body is at rest. Body is moving with uniform velocity. It is neither increasing the velocity nor decreasing the velocity. And for this figure we have got 2 meter per second. So if you have understood this graph, maximum in class 9, maximum question used to come in the form of the graph, then directly they will not provide you the question. Directly they will not provide you the question that U is this, V is this. This is a simple. Maximum question in class 9 used to come in the form of a graph. They will provide you the graph. They will provide you the graph, and with the help of graph you can do your task. See, this figure can be changed. This figure can be changed. Sometimes, maximum times what they used to do? They used to do the graph like this. Now what do you have to take? O to A, same case. A to B, same case. And B to C, same case. Suppose that here we are getting 1 meter per second, here we are getting 0, here we will get 1 meter per second. But be careful that while going A to O to A, it is acceleration. Because initial velocity is less, final velocity is more. So when U is less than V, it is acceleration. But in last case, be careful that U is more than V. When U is more than V, then it is known as retardation. Answer you will get same. Here also you will get 1. Here also you will get 1. But in this case you will get minus 1. In the case of retardation, acceleration is always negative, because we are taking that U is greater than V. But in the case of acceleration, V is greater than U. That is called acceleration. So that is sufficient for today. Now I am providing you some of the assignment work. यहीं से पहुँचूंगा